and we've got another match lined up, and this time though it's the chance of the current holder, the current champion in World Straight Pool and Virtual Pool 4, Semipro, is up against someone called SD92, whom I've never seen or heard of in Virtual Pool 4. Both players are from England, I believe. Well, Semipro is from England and SD92 is from England. So obviously we're going into this and we don't know anything about the player, but we'll now see whether Semipro can come up with a response to Snake Eye's contribution to the high run for the tournament, which is now standing at 89, which he did in that match against Sylvia. So in fact somebody's still asleep in that room, I noticed up there. So we're about a minute away from the room going up, and the players will lag for the break, and then whoever wins the lag will put their opponent into break. Now hopefully SD92 is familiar with the etiquette in straight pool, call the non-obvious shots. We'll soon find that out as well. And now we are streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook and VK, which, as I said earlier, is I believe the Russian version of Facebook, or something very close to it. And as I expected, we had nobody on from VK. So any second now the room should be going up. And there we go, we'll get ourselves in, both players ready to lag off. And well, unless I'm waiting to download the player's queue, then that's Semipro nearest me. And SD looks as if he's never played straight pool in Virtual Pool 4. Of course, the difficulty when you're put into break is leaving the ball safe. And Semipro in straight away with a chance to put something on the board. Well, taking a chance playing the lined up combo there to open up the rest of the balls. Well, the obvious break ball would be the 14 as it sits at the moment. Let's see if Semipro is going to work his way around it. Well, he's pushed the 6 closer to the rail, so he'll have to deal with that one, and he's got no shot, I think. Got a thin cut in the 15, so he's immediately got a problem to deal with. 14 ball is still sitting there. Now, of course, the chance to get rid of the 6. And the 7 should be closely followed. Well, he wants to avoid nudging into the 13 and moving the 14. So he's taking evasive action just to make sure he doesn't do that. So the 14 is the candidate for the break shot. Once again, deciding to leave the 7 there, and he could be playing the 7 as his linking ball onto that 14. Well, if he leaves this fairly straight with a slight angle, he can stun from the 7 out into the table. Well, he's gone the other side, so he's still got the angle to get out, but he needs to get out far enough to give him that break shot. And that will do nicely. Ball on the break, takes Semipro to 15, and he's got plenty to choose from. And in actual fact, nothing needs to move again here. All these balls that are lined up, provided they're picked up properly or picked off properly, then you can free up the blocking balls. The 9 balls are blocking ball, but it can be potted from the right hand side as long as the 5 gets out of the way. He's taking the chance in getting into them. Well, the 7 could be a break ball at the corner of the pack. The 9's just outside that triangle line, but it's not actually an ideal ball for a break shot. So we've got 2 balls in the top half of the table. Well, it now looks like the break ball will be the 15, just at the head of the triangle. And it also looks like the 3 ball will be the shot
One Pocket Slim.
that will take him to it.
Love when you stream VP4. Happy as a pig in mud.
Good evening, Slim. You're the only one that's joined us, or you're the only one that said anything. So, if you missed it earlier on, Slim, we had the match between Snake Eyes and Sylvia that finished about half an hour ago, and Larry had the high run last night of 40, and that high run has now been taken over by Snake Eyes, a run of 89, and Semipro, the defending champion, won the lag, put SD92 into break, and this is the result.
4. I am here.
Oh, welcome back, Cobra. And well, he could have done with it a wee bit further to the left just for comfort, but this for the break shot. And the cue ball's free and everything's free. Once again, there's nothing needs to be moved. They're all sitting there and they're all open, and provided you clear them in the right order, they've all got a pocket. And
Arsonist_1. Evening.
Good evening. Straight away we're going to have a look here and see where a break ball
One
could
Pocket
be.
Slim. Saw it. Don't know who SD92 is, but I think he's gonna get wrecked. Hi Champ Cobra.
Well, I've not looked at his profile. I don't know how long he's been registered with VP4. As I said earlier, he subscribed to my YouTube channel last night. So I don't know whether he's somebody under a different profile or whether he's new to the game. I haven't looked, but he's certainly in it. He's been thrown in at the deep end, shall we say. And Semi-Pro's run goes to 33.
Hi Slim.
Well, there isn't much doubt in what the break ball could be. The 13 right at the head of the pack, and let's see if Semipro is going to work his way around that. No, but he's nudged a ball into play. The 6 is there. The 1 gives him a second choice as his break ball. Now this is where he's got to be careful. And he's okay. You're never 100% certain how that's going to end up. Just to go in amongst those could easily freeze against a ball. This is dead straight, so he can kill it for the 6 ball and leave the 1 ball as his break ball. And this is just a little bit fiddly here where he is, to make sure he can still have a shot on this 12. Yeah, this is a slight problem. Now this is a gentle roll in, because he doesn't want the cue ball to escape too far and end up going straight. He could do that, he could run through like that, so that he is giving himself the decent angle. But it's a toughie. He's right on the point, or right on the rail I should say. And the other thing is, he can't get dug into the cue ball. Well, he's jacking up But he's got to get the line right here. And he's got it. And he's got a shot. And the run continues
One pocket slim.
to 43.
Been away from VP4. What's happened to Martin? Tin
Well,
000S.
yeah, he's disappeared
Thanks.
for a few days. Haven't seen him. Nothing's been said as to whether anything's a problem. Nobody says anything.
Arsonist_1. So do you think Semi will get his 2147s before Christmas?
Not if he's playing in this tournament, he won't. So, Semi-Pro's run is on 47 and counting. And now he's out of line.
One pocket slim. You like text to voice? Think that would be annoying for you?
Well, it worked earlier. It's annoying for those viewing, so it tends to cut out the inane chat that you get from some viewers, not naming names. Stub. We had him on. He typed one sentence, the usual, and then he disappeared. So that did the trick. So the problem has been dealt with by Semipro.
One pocket slim. LCS.
A little bit of a sticky moment, but he's back in shape. Now, where's the break ball? Well, he's got a choice, which is always good to have. And it's more than likely going to be the 13. Well, maybe not. I was thinking that or the 7. Looks as if he's taking the 13. Well, he's still not so keen. Needs to go high enough to get this 7, and that will do. And it's definitely going to be the 7 now. Or is it? He's thinking, which means it's definitely going to be the 13. Once again, important to get high up the table. And he's just overcooked it. This is now a toughie. No problem in hitting the pack, it's just making sure you get that line to cut this in. The run is on 57. Well, now 58. Cue ball wide open, and again every ball on.
One pocket slim. Semi-pro. So consistent. Great player. I can only hold flashes. Great shot.
Well, this is Semi-Pro's statement to the rest of the entrants to the tournament. He's the current champion, and this is his first visit to the table. So we have the 1 ball to be dealt with in the kitchen, the 15 ball.
Arsonist_1. Yes, seems a couple people don't like Semi, but he is pretty good. Restream.io. Trophy, congratulations. You've received 100 messages today with Restream chat.
Five ball, the candidate for the break shot. And now, where's the cue ball going? He's letting it run loose, and Semipro has fallen into the trap, as many players have done so far in the tournament, and the run ends on 63. And that's what happens. We've seen big evidence of that last night. We've seen it this afternoon. And Semipro's first visit ends in disappointment. It finishes on 63 and going down for the 15 ball. He has scratched. And SD92 comes to the table, playing with a house cue. And of course, he's going to have to deal with that 15 ball. Well, there's a shot of a player who doesn't play Virtual Pool 4 and hasn't really played straight pool, because he should have been up on that 15 ball. Well, it was a good first visit from Semipro, but it could have been so much more.
1. I'm waiting for session 2 of Ronnie and Selby.
Well, unless Ronnie O'Sullivan comes out the traps like a greyhound, it could be all over. He's what, 6-2 down. He's going to have to fire up, as Stubb says. And that's nudged the 5 out. I think
One pocket slim.
SD can see
Could it be the end of Ronnie's reign, as in he's past his prime?
Well, he's far from past his prime. He is well far away from that. Got to remember the players that are around him. You've got Neil Robertson, who's playing well, who's decided not to play in the Scottish Open this week after having won the Northern
1.
Ireland Open last week.
NA, plenty of life left in Ron.
And you've got Mark Allen. You've got all these guys at the top end there who are all tough opponents.
Cobra 4. Semi playing a complete novice.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no strategy here, I'm afraid. And I think he's actually got away with it, believe it or not. Yeah, Semi's got nothing on, so he'll just play the safety. No need to take any risks, just leave nothing else on. He can certainly cover the 1 ball. Yeah, I think if SD92 is a new player, and there's fair evidence that he is, it's probably best if you see tournaments like this, to maybe watch it throughout the tournament, and see the sort of quality of the players that are in it, because he just thrown himself straight in at the deep end and couldn't have met a tougher opponent than the current title holder. Well, there's a fair few balls interfering with the triangle, so they've all got to be dealt with or nudged out the way. Six ball in the back rail could be doing with getting taken care of. Now he's got the opportunity to do it. Well, he's now taking away one of the potential break balls. The 14 remains. He's going to avoid hitting the 7. Take the 7 long. Take the 9, then the 10, I would assume. That's not going to get there, is it? Yes, it is. I'm thinking the table's a lot slower than it is.
One pocket slim. How come you don't play much VP4 anymore, Hugh? You still got some game. I do enjoy the streams though. It's enough.
Well, it's basically because I'm by the time any time I come online, I'm knackered. That's basically it. And I do play. The only reason that you don't see me is because on my days off, I'm on here at about maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning my time, and that catches the guys that are playing Cowboy at that time of night. So I usually either get a couple of games of 2 or 3 games of doubles at Cowboy, but again, at this time of the day, I mean, as I said earlier, I've got to be in my bed tonight at 8:30, so I've got 2.5 hours online here, and then I'm in bed and up at 2:30 in the morning tomorrow to go to work. So, I mean, what tournament did I play? What was it? Friday night 9-ball I did the other day, and that was 4.5 hours, and I was about 90 minutes over my bedtime. So when I did get to bed, I barely got 4 hours sleep. So it's basically all down to work and finding the hours, and I don't have the hours to spend on Virtual Pool 4 anymore. And the less table time you have, the worse you get. And when the eyes start going, that's another thing that affects it. Yeah, I used to be an average player, but no, that's
One pocket slim.
that's a thing of the past.
Understand. I work too much. And the game just isn't fun anymore. I blame Steve. Stale game. Stale lobby. Bill Glennon. What is Lee's high run so far?
The high run was 63, Bill, and guess what he did to end the high run? You'll never guess, Bill. I'm not going to give you any clues, but there's 6 of them on the table, and he found one of them. But this match will be over as quick as Semipro wants it to be over, basically, because he is playing.
Bill Glennon.
I'm going to have to look at his
scratch.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look at his profile, this chap, because he's definitely rookie, wet behind the ears. He's everything he's everything that you don't want to be when you're coming into a tournament like this, and you end up playing the current title holder. So it's the 9 ball for the break ball. Now that's actually not a bad position. So you can gently drop this in, you can stun it in and hold a good line for this 9 ball here off this shot. Well, he's stunned right across, but he's overhit it. Again, the line is there, the line is perfect, but it's just, you know, the more you have to cut it back, the more difficulty you have in the shot. So there's no doubt he's going to open them up. And a couple of balls have gone in, and fortunately for Semipro, he's still on the 6. He's got a 1 ball he can drop into the middle, so he's got a choice, and he's still got a chance to better his visit that he made, first visit in the match.
Maybe a player coming from Yahoo Pool ECT. VP4 full of you sharks.
Well, that's why, again, I keep going back to what happened to me when I came on to VP3 a long time ago, and I came online and I hung about and looked around to see who to avoid being a rookie in Virtual Pool 3, and then I got told about the VIP ladder, and I joined that, and of course you got your ass handed to you more often than not until you go through the learning process, and it's a long-term thing if you want to get better at any game, particularly this one. Just depends how much time you want to put into it. But poor SD92, I don't know whether he knew or had seen anything with Semipro, but he's certainly finding out now. So Semipro breaks the 100, 102 or 103 to 5. The break in the run goes to 37, and the break ball is sitting there, obviously not the 4 ball because it's in the triangle, which we can't really see very well because Steve hasn't changed the lines to white, which he should do.
Kobrov 4. Mr. Coconut was the one to avoid when I started VP4.
Well, you know, that's Patrick, or Concentrator. He's a umpteen names. He is a very good player, and he does try to play. He's a player that always, anytime I've seen him, he always tries to play the right shot. So the run continues. Now let's have a look at that couple of balls there. It looks as if it's going towards the jaw. If you hit it hard it wouldn't go in. Well, he's opened them up now, so that's not a problem. And Mr. Coconut was only on here for a few months, and then he hasn't been seen since. He's on making dumb videos on YouTube. Oh, again, that was threatening just to lock up on the 5 there. And these are the things that can prevent a run or kill a run. Anything like that where you just brush onto a ball and you're frozen to it and you can't get to anything else. So easy to happen. And in the end, it's killed Semipro's visit. It ends in 46. And a chance for SD92 to get some points on the board. Well, the obvious thing to state is that he's looking just to pot balls. I don't think he's much inclined to be thinking about anything much else than that. Just get something on the board.
Master Power. Nuclear voice test 543210 Yule FCK.
Right, see you later, Stub.
Arsonist _1. Be funny if Semi lost to SD92 LOL.
Be funny, it'd be a bloody miracle. I'll stake my house on it.
Bill Glennon. LOL.
Well, the 8 ball's in line, so that's going to get spotted in the kitchen. I mean, there is a break shot there off that 7 ball, but that doesn't look as if that's going to happen. So when he pots this 7, if he's making his mind up for it, the 8 ball's going up the table, so he needs to get the cue ball up the table. Right, well, a very fine brush off the pack, or try and lock the cue ball. Well, there is a cut on the 12, but once this tournament takes shape, it's going to, you know, strategy is going to come into it. It's not going to be a pot fest. It will be if you make a silly mistake. And the only problem with that is the pot fest is for your opponent, not for yourself. If you get careless. So,
One pocket slim. Straight pool is the toughest game, least for me. Total respect for it. Ball after ball focus.
yeah, it's always going to be the players that move that cue ball the best that will come through. You're not going to get any lucky players getting a good draw and going deep into this tournament. They're all going to fall by the wayside, and they're all going to get picked off by sharks who end up going over to the one loss side. So they've got no chance, absolutely no chance of achieving anything in this tournament, because it does require the skill and the control. Is he going to have the long 6? Yes, he is. But once he's potted that, he'll have the 14, but he's got too much angle to run into the pack. Looks like it from here. And he's left a good opportunity for Semipro to cut that and catch the pack. And that's worked out nice. Didn't need to be slammed, just need to catch the pack, and everything's wide open. And the 11 ball could be the break ball. It's at the head of the triangle, but it's in a decent enough position, and he could be leaving the 2 to the 11 as his shot. Has anybody had a quick look at SD92's profile and see when he registered and what his match history is, if he's actually played anything, because I've never seen him. Give us a bit of bio on him. So, the all-important break shot. So again, Semipro still has a chance
4. I have played him
to put a score there. Well, what you've basically said is you've butchered him. Bottom feeding again, were you? Well, Semipro can't get the high run now in this match.
Cobra 4. LOL.
Now, as Semipro continues here, a quick look at the matches that I would like to see. We've got a match between, where are we? Let's work our way down.
Arsonist_1. August 13th, 2020.
Well, so he's only been a few months during the pandemic. So Mr. Bill is going to play Albinario. That'll be a good one, and Bill knows he has to up his game. Johnny Laris against McClarkey. Snake Eyes has won earlier on. Larry won last night, and Snake Eyes and Larry's going to be a good match. So it is. And we've got Keith against Fantastic Mr. Fox. Again, a good match, good lineup. And Cobra waiting on the winner of 9 Black and Fast Eddie. Sorry, tell a lie, 9 Black and LS3. And then Fast Eddie has a bye to play Stub, which I hope to get. And Mark Shark is already through against Gung Ho. We've got a match between Chiku and Squirter, still to be arranged. Sergeresh is waiting on the winner of that. And we've got Biggs to play Bankster, Dirty Harry to play Dirties, Hazard to play VP Monster, Acero, who I think has got a good chance in this tournament. He's a good player, puts a lot of thought in it, against Wanwa Fan. That's the man with the big straight pull rating that he's always proud of. Let's see if we can back it up. Tommy Yu to play either, well, Tommy Yu's waiting to play Semipro, so he's got something to look forward to, presuming Semipro gets through. Bedhead to play Mooncake, that's a good tie. Fuldrish has already gone through against Chris,
Cobra 4.
who forfeited.
Stubby play UK time so we can see you lose.
Well, as I say, I don't care what time of day they play, as long as it's my day off the next day. So if they arrange it for you know, the evening time US, which would mean early morning Wednesday morning for me, or early morning Thursday morning, I'd be there. I'd set my alarm clock. But if it's any other day, then that
Arsonist_1.
that ruins my chances of streaming it. So Semipro moves on to 24. His overall total 136. And the little draw and the little break and everything's perfect. And 10 ball this time, or the 1, although the 1 I think is a bit deep to be perfect for a break ball. 10 ball looks the candidate. Could be the 3 as well. So there's options available here for Semipro. Nothing is set in stone yet, I don't think. And that's nudged to 5 out the way, out of the triangle. So it now looks odds on that it's going to be the 10. And once again, the shot to get him to the 10 could either be the 15 or the 2. So he's in a good position here to continue the run. So once you begin to filter out the balls and you've made that decision with a break shot, you have to think about the last 2 balls, the most important shots of the game, and how you get to that final break ball. And he's now in perfect position. Run goes to 33. And the cue ball going back to the pack, and now he's got an awkward one. He's only got the one option. It's either, I think he just dropped that straight in, shouldn't be a problem. Cue ball, thought about it there, just caught the point, and now he's in trouble because there is nothing on. He could play the reverse bank on the 8 ball. It's a big target and he should get it every day of the week, this bank. Yeah. That's in every time. He's got no shot again, I think. Now, this would be a clever little combo because he's looking at the 13 onto, well, he's looking at the 7, but what about the 13 onto the 4? That looks simpler to me. 13 onto the 4, because he's looking at it pretty straight, and then that makes the cut in the 4. Yeah. But he's called the 7 anyway. Or was it the 7? I don't know what the hell went in there, but anyway, I thought that 4 ball was far easier to play the 13 just to cut it, because the pocket's going to gather that in. You'd need to be way offline not to have got that. I don't know whether he's seen it or paid any attention to it, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. Semipro moves on to 150, and SD92 again just looking to gather some points. But no shot. You think you can see enough of that? No, that's never on. So 15 ball should be the break ball as it sits, because the one's in the triangle again, as is now the 2. Now, little stun up the table, and that's perfect. Perfect to catch those two balls at the end of the pyramid there. And he's missed the break shot.
Arsonist_1. Game over.
So he's missed, but I don't think he's left anything on, has he? I think, yeah, you can see the 10 ball. Now that was not a difficult break shot. He was actually perfect, but he still missed it. And if that was right in the middle of an 80 odd run and you're looking to get to 100, you'd be kicking yourself after that one. But now Semipro can pounce and feed off the banquet that awaits. So this match started at 5:30. We are just on 50 minutes. Now if he pots the 13, he's got the 8 or the 9. Now break shot, again a choice of 2. So the break ball's going to be the 15. And the ball to get to the 15 may well be the 8. Needs to watch. I think he may well be taking the 8 here. It could be the 5. Yeah, because he had to avoid running through or anything like that. He could very easily drop into that left middle pocket there. So he's got the 5. Now how is he here? Is he dead straight? No, he's got a little angle. So you can just spin off the rail, get out, get parallel if you can. Again, perfect position for the break shot. And this time he gets it right. So Semipro within 30 of going through to the next round, and plenty of balls to pick from here. They're all sitting nice, well pretty much so, because it's just a case of getting rid of the blocking balls like that 7 ball. Now again, that is a problem shot where he's locked onto the 14. Luckily though, he's still got a shot, but that's how simple it is to end up messing up a run. That's what you want to avoid entirely, is locking onto a ball. So we've still got some untidiness at the top end of the table to be dealt with. And he would like to have a shot in either that 4 and 6, which he can do now off the 3. And he's actually underhit that. I don't believe he wanted to finish there. I think he wanted to be higher up. He may well be playing for the 1, I don't know, but I think if he'd got higher up he'd have got rid of at least the 6. He's got another opportunity here to go over to the right. Well, he's actually broke into them, pushed them away. He didn't need to do it, but he's now having to take the original break ball and leave the 6 as his break ball. So it's fallen into place there, and now he's got to tidy up the top end. And what's going to be the ball to get him to the 6? Is it going to be the 5? So he's going to have to go up the left here maybe. Yeah. It's well, he's decided it's going to be the 5. So now, how far over to the left does he go? He wants to be, if he can, he wants to be sort of there. Well, he's left it, made sure he's got plenty of angle. So he's going to smack them open. Again, it's a good break. Run goes to 29, and Semipro is 17 away. Now that's just created a slight problem. Oh, if that 13 wasn't there, he was in the hole. Cue ball running all over the place.
_1. Good stuff from Semi as usual.
He was obviously trying to run into something there, but again, it's more evidence that the dangers of letting that cue ball run. 13 ball, if it wasn't there, the cue ball was gone. And he's tried again and managed to nudge the 2. And that'll be his shot, because I don't think he's got anything else. Well, he's got the 7. But if he's going to continue this run into the next rack, which he needs to finish the match, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, yes, he needs to get another break shot, and that's freed them up. At worst, he's got an easy combo. Just looking to push the 5 into play, and that's worked out nice. The 5 is now the break ball. Now it has to be the 1, and then probably the 7 or the 4, 15 into the middle, and then the 4, because he can't forget the 4 ball at the top end. And it may well be the 4 ball is the lead to the break shot. Well, Semi-Pro's contributions have been fairly healthy in most of his visits, which is what gets the job done. It's so important that when you do have a visit that you make a score, and that's a standard that anybody that's going to be a contender in this has to be doing. And Semi-Pro gets the break, and the match is over. So he's going to win by 200 points to 27, and the match has taken just on the hour. In fact, maybe just under it by 30 seconds. And we'll have a quick look at the bracket and see who Semi-Pro's in line to play next. But it has been a schooling for SD92, but he does move over to the 1 loss side, but now he knows.
Arsonist_1.
He knows what it's all about.
BGSD.
Right, let's see how that shapes things up. So where the hell is it? I've just gone straight past it, have I? That's why can't I see the match? I'm going up and down here like, oh, there he is. Right, so he's through to play Tommy Yu, and as we mentioned, the other matches are lined up as well, but they're still to set a time. So I don't know when the next match is going to be, guys. I'm just hoping that the times are set at a reasonable time for me, but who knows. So that was short and sweet, just barely the hour, and Semi-Pro a strong start, but he'll be kicking himself because he had a good chance to try and better that high run of Snake Eyes of 89 earlier on, but he finished up in 63 scratched, and we'll see a lot more of that during this tournament as well. So with that, guys, thank you for your company, thanks for watching, and I'll bid you good night. Take care, stay safe, keep your distance, wear your mask, and I will hopefully see you again soon.